I can't believe you are going to swim the English Channel. What would compel you to do such a crazy thing?
That's right. I am swimming the English
Yeah.
Channel. I'm really excited about it. Well, this time I'm actually swimming it for, well, not this time. This is my very first time doing this swim. And I'm doing it in honor of a friend. My good friend Kim Chambers.
Sure, Kim Chambers.
I know you know her.
Friend of the program.
Right. Right. She swam the Ocean 7. She swam from first woman ever to swim from the Farallones.
Yep.
And unfortunately, just a few weeks ago, was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a rare neurological disorder. And so I'm swimming this for Kim in her honor. And I'm hoping to raise funds for the Guillain-Barré Foundation with Night Trained Swimmers. Kim and I are both a part of Night Trained Swimmers organization.
Right.
Tons of incredible athletes in that group. We got Kim, we've got Simon Dominguez, who I believe you also know. Our president, David Holscher, just swam Catalina last year. So we're a bunch of crazies.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to take on this challenge.
And again, no wetsuit. You're just gonna grease yourself up, jump in there, and go.
Well, you know what? This is not the coldest swim I've done, because last year I swam from Washington to Canada, and it was 47 degrees. So this is going to be kind of warm. I'm looking forward to it, actually. And
like
no
bath
wetsuit.
water?
Yes, just like bath water. Well, it's 10 degrees warmer than what I'm used to,
Right,
so
right.
it should be great. And yeah, it's no wetsuits are allowed, so only cap and goggles. And it's about 22 miles pending tide, so I think it'll take 12 to 17 hours to complete the swim.
That is crazy. Without stopping. Boy,
Nope.
just so while you're swimming, I mean, they're gonna throw you food and drink as you're swimming.
You're an expert on this. You
I'm
know
not-
about
I've-
you know about the feed.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. What they're going to do is about every 30 minutes, they throw something out from the boat on a rope. They've used a dog leash actually on previous swims and roll
Right.
it back in. And I usually feed on a shake that I like to make. We call it feeding.
Right.
And I also have carbohydrates. So I'll have a Gatorade that's filled with something like Carbomax, which is essentially just a lot of carbs. And I rely on that every 30 minutes, and that's my break. I tread water, can't touch the boat, can't touch anyone, can only touch the rope and the water bottle.
My goodness.
So you going to come for a swim with me or what?
Well, let me do my next question. How do you simulate those kind of conditions for such a grueling effort like that?
You have to practice. The only way you can simulate them is to get out there
You
and
can't jump in
swim.
a pool or anything like
No,
that. I mean, you gotta go in the bay.
I swim in the bay every day. I was in there today for my last training swim before I head over to Dover. And I've done a number of swims in the bay. I did a round trip Angel Island, just shy of Alcatraz. I got pulled, but I've done an 8-hour training swim in preparation for this, where I was also fed in the same way that I will be on the day of the swim. And it's very usual to do 6-hour swims in preparation in the bay, 8-hour swims. I'm a member of the South End Rowing Club, so we start at Aquatic Park, and we'll just go. Last weekend, I went all the way out to the warming hut and back, and then stayed in for a couple hours, kept going. So you just got to practice.
Well, but Mel, this is what, 17 hours, right?
12 to 17.
12 to
I hope
17,
it's not
but-
17. That's a worst case scenario.
No, okay, all right. And for the folks at home, I correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not like you just wake up in the morning and start the swim. It's got to be, it could be late at night. I mean, the conditions, the current, everything's got to be right.
That's right. And you train for that too. So I did a lot of all-night swims. So I would go in the Belvedere Lagoon, get in around 10 p.m., stay in for 6 hours. Started in the mid-afternoon, started in the morning. I simulated all of the potential things that could happen on the day of the swim. But what's scary about the swim is they give you a window, a week. The 20th to the 28th is my window of June. And then you don't know when you're going. So you call the pilot every night at 7 p.m. and you say, hey, am I going? He goes, no, call me in 4 hours, I'll tell you. Then you have to wait 4 hours. It's 7 p.m. and he could say, yeah, you're going now. Or he could say, no, doesn't look good, call me again tomorrow. And you do that every day. And sometimes you don't even get to go.
It's like jury duty. You're calling for that. You don't know. Call us
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
And you could. How do you even get any like a good rest, not knowing? Hey, you could go in 10 minutes. You could go in 10 hours.
I don't anticipate getting a lot of good rest over
Okay.
there while I'm waiting for this swim to start. But I'm good. I have a great crew going over there with me. I have a lot of support. My parents are coming. They're really excited because I just started swimming a few years ago. So this is their.
Wait, stop. You just started swimming a few years ago.
I started swimming because of Kim. I was inspired by her Farallon swim. She
Okay.
came and spoke at this women's group, and she invited me to swim. She said, you should swim. Come swim with me. So I started about 2 years ago, and this is going to be my longest swim, but it's my 4th or 5th marathon swim at this point.
So up until then, were you just like cannonball,
Yes.
social swim,
Yes.
splash?
Yes.
Wow.
Cannonball was one of
Wow.
I'm still pretty good at the cannonball.
Okay.
That's still one of my strengths.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and I never was athletic, and my brother played football in college, so my parents are really excited they have something to watch me do.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
great. I think so for the folks at home that are trying to visualize this happening, how many chase boats, how many people in the
Right.
crew? Because it takes more than a few to
Right.
make this thing go. Somebody's got to be in communication with you.
Mhm.
I mean, you're not falling asleep. I mean, you're just going until it's done.
Mhm. And I am not stopping until I get to the other side. So the way it works is you have a chase boat with you. You hire the boat almost 2 years in advance because there are a lot of people that want to go try and swim the
Right.
channel. And then you select your crew. So you have 2 to 3 people who come with you that know your swim. They know what it looks like if something's wrong. So they have to be able to identify she's hypothermic, we have to take her out, or she's doing great, she can keep going. And then you have people who are responsible for swimming with you. So I have 2 people going who are great swimmers. They'll get in and accompany me after 3 hours according to the rules. You can have an escort swimmer. And then you have someone who has to be responsible for the feed that we mentioned. So it's a long process. It's shifts because 12 to 17 hours, you can't all do it the whole time. And it's a team effort. I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for the pilot I have and the crew that's going with me.
I keep thinking in my mind, one more question, and then I keep coming up with more questions. Mel, so if you're swimming at night, I mean, your visibility is nil. It's not like you got a little night light on your forehead just going for. I mean, you're trusting the person that's guiding and plotting your course. You're just freestyle swimming, right?
A lot of time to think about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I just look at the boat. I just follow the boat and trust that the pilot and my crew are going to take care of me and make sure I make it to the other side. I can't, when you're in the middle of something like this, you can't be worrying about which way you're going.
Right.
That can't be in your hands. You have to worry about the next stroke you're going to take and making sure you can get to the other side. So I'm hopeful that the pilot will know where to go. He's done this several hundred times, so I think that'll work out and that my crew will take care of me and we'll make it. I know we'll make it.
As far as being locked in and mentally sharp, I have to think one of the hurdles you have is just mind wondering, mind asking themselves, why in the expletive am I doing this? Can I make it? I mean, do you have to have a sports psychologist, something to just kind of keep you?
Right. Well, I think that this sport in particular, but maybe all sports, are really 90% mental. I mean, if you can tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. I really believe that. And so I'm going into this with the attitude that I'm going to make it. I'm going to finish this swim no matter what it takes. You're going to make sure I get to the other side. And I just keep telling myself that as I'm swimming. And I try to have a mantra of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I will make it. I can make it. And when you put in hundreds of hours of training, you believe that because you did everything it took to get yourself there. And also, I sometimes sing songs to myself, like I prefer the Moana soundtrack, big fan of a lot of those songs.
All right.
You got to pass the time.
Whatever gets you there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whatever gets you there.
Yeah, that's right.
Now there's some people out there that are watching this interview that are like, boy, Melissa's crazy, but I got a few dollars. Let me help her. Where do they have to go in order to be able to contribute? Because you want to raise funds for Kim.
Right, exactly, and I appreciate you bringing that up. So Night Train Swimmers, as I mentioned, is a group that Kim and I are members of. So they can go to nighttrainswimmers.org and donate. And all of the funds will go to the Guillain-Barré Foundation International, and they're all going to be donated in Kim Chambers' name.
Wow, and you leave when?
I leave on Monday. I get to Dover a few days later, and I'm going to start getting acclimated, and we'll see how it goes.
So as we tape this is the 9th, so 10th, you leave on the 11th.
Yeah.
Your window opens on the 20th?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. I have to do some work stops along the way,
Right.
a few places, but yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. What do your parents say? Are they like, I don't know, or are they just, all right, honey, okay.
They're really excited. My mom recently showed me a picture of myself when I was 4 years old going like this, and she was like, I should have known you'd be a fighter, so they're really excited.
Well, as Kim Chambers always says, woo! So,
Woo!
so take that attitude and you run with it. And those of you watching, please go to the Night Train Swimmers website.
Nighttrainswimmers.org.
Right, and contribute. Do it now.
Thank you so much. Please do. Please support
She's
the swim. Do
brave.
it for Kim.
She's brave.
Kim is brave. Kim
Yeah.
is the brave one. Thank you so much.
All right. Love you, Kim.
Love you, Kim. Love you so much. Doing it for you.